Welcome to episode 69 of the 5-Minute Investor, the podcast where we break down stocks at the heart of stories shaping your investing week. I'm Jonathan Brown. Trevor Abez is away this episode. This week we have what I think is the most important turning point in the video game industry that will impact media itself. Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo are all heading in very different directions right now, and for investors the question is no longer who sells the most consoles. It's about who can build the most profitable and sustainable gaming ecosystem in an increasingly challenged economic environment. Let's start with Microsoft. Microsoft recently announced roughly 4,800 job cuts across the company, with about 3,200 of those coming from its gaming division. These cuts come after years of aggressive spending on Xbox. The goal is simple: close the gap with Sony's PlayStation and strengthen Xbox's position in the gaming market. But despite spending tens of billions of dollars, Xbox hardware sales continue to lag behind PlayStation and Nintendo. So for investors, this looks less like a retreat and more like a shift toward profitability and a return on investment. At the same time, Microsoft faces pressure from another direction: artificial intelligence. Big tech is collectively spending hundreds of billions of dollars on AI infrastructures. Microsoft alone has projected enormous capital expenditures as it expands its global data center footprint. Azure remains a major market growth engine, but investors are increasingly wanting proof that AI revenues can keep up with AI costs. The timing of the layoffs has also created some controversy. Xbox chief Asha Sharma, who's only been in the job since February, was recently appointed to the Federal Reserve Task Force examining AI's impact on jobs and productivity. Critics were quick to point out that the group is made up primarily of executives, economists, and investors, with no direct worker representation despite AI's potential impact on employment. Now let's look at the bigger picture. The problem facing Microsoft isn't just Xbox, it's the entire console market. Recent industry data has shown steep declines in console sales. Xbox hardware sales have dropped dramatically year over year. Raising the prices didn't help in that sense. PlayStation sales are also down significantly. Even Nintendo has seen slowing hardware sales despite launching the Switch 2 last year. So why? Consoles are just too expensive. For decades, gamers expected hardware prices to fall as the console generation matured. Instead, prices are rising as they mature. Xbox consoles have seen multiple price increases. PlayStation consoles have also gone up in price. The Switch 2 launched at a higher price than the original Switch, which is also going up in price. One major reason is the ongoing memory shortage driven by AI data centers. Semiconductor manufacturers are prioritizing